Good morning and welcome to my kitchen. Today I am making some grain-free granola. I've had to embrace a grain-free lifestyle for about the last 6 months, just due to some health reasons. And so I've discovered a grain-free granola that I really like, and I'm making that today. In my bowl here, I have 1 cup of pecans, 1 cup of almonds, and 1 cup of hazelnuts, as well as 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. You're welcome to change up, try some different nuts in there, whatever you have on hand. This is just what I had in my cabinet today. In this container here, I have a 1/3 cup of almond butter, 2 tablespoons of honey, and 1 tablespoon of almond extract. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in my bowl of all of the nuts. And then I'm just gonna, it's in my bowl there. I'm just gonna give it a good stir around. If it seems a little bit too thick, which mine does, I'm gonna go ahead and just add like maybe a tablespoon of water. Okay, I did go ahead and add about a tablespoon of water. It just gives the nuts kind of a nice even consistency of the almond butter mixture. And now I'm gonna go ahead and drop in, I just have some raisins here on hand. You could use raisins, you could use some dried blueberries. I chose the raisins because they don't have any added sugar. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put in a couple handfuls. I don't do a lot of measuring in my kitchen, but just kind of toss some things together and see what the outcome that I get. So now that I have the raisins mixed in there, I do have a prepared baking sheet with parchment paper here. And I'm gonna go ahead and just put that nut mixture onto the parchment paper. Spread it out so it has a nice thin layer. And it's gonna look kind of like this on your baking sheet. And then I have my oven preheated to 375 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and stick it in there for about 20 minutes, tossing it halfway through, and then take it out to cool. All right, I'm approaching the halfway mark of about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my pan of grain-free granola out of the oven and just toss it with a spatula. You do wanna watch it kind of close because you don't want the nuts to burn. So if you feel like it's getting to that point, the nuts are getting too brown, kind of blackish looking, then you would wanna go ahead and take them out. So I'm just kind of tossing them, make sure we get all sides here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in the oven for the remaining 10 minutes or sooner if it looks like they're starting to get too brown. All right, I'm heading into the last 5 minutes of baking. I'm just gonna go ahead and put a sprinkle of some ground cinnamon over the top. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just give it one more toss. And one last little bit of cinnamon. And then I'm gonna pop it back in for those last 5 minutes. I would say it's about a half teaspoon to teaspoon of cinnamon that I'm sprinkling on the top. Okay, it's come to the end of our time, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this granola out of the oven. I'm gonna turn off my heat, and I'm just gonna let my granola cool for a good 3 to 4 hours. If you put it into a sealed container before it has fully cooled, it will get a little bit kind of gummy feeling from that moisture, the humidity that gets trapped in there. So just make sure you totally cool it, and if it does get that gummy texture, then you can just like leave the lid off, leave it cracked a little bit, just to let that air circulate so it dries out a little bit more. I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial on a grain-free granola, and enjoy. Thank you.